Shalom. Have you ever heard somebody saying, I'm not going back to that church because of the message that was preached? Have you ever heard people complaining or people dictating what sort of messages must be preached to them? But have you ever thought about it? What kind of message must the church or the Christians be preaching now? You know, if you look back in the Old Testament, the main message was about the coming of the Messiah. Or the prophets were prophesying about the coming of the Messiah. Everyone was looking forward unto his coming. And it was a big event that they were waiting for. And after Jesus came on earth and returned to heaven, he gives a specific instruction, or he speaks to his disciples. He assures them that he is going back to the Father. But he is not going there to stay, but he's coming to take them back to the Father. Wherever he shall be, they shall be. And these words were meant for today's church. When Jesus said he was going to the Father and coming back, he is coming back to take the church. He is coming back to take the believers. He is coming back to take those who are looking forward to be with the Father and have conducted themselves in a manner that will make them be part of the saints who will make it to heaven. Well, I believe that today's church must be looking forward to one main event. And if there is an event that we are all looking forward to, I believe it must be the talk of the day. I believe wherever you go, you must hear about it. If you go to church, you must hear about it. If you come across any Christians who are gathered somewhere talking, you must hear about it, because it's a special event that is about to come. You know, the coming of Jesus Christ is something that Christians should talk about. Let me go into the Word of God, to the book of Acts, chapter number 1, where we hear about the coming of Christ. Acts chapter number 1, verse number 10 reads, "And while they looked steadfastly towards heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, who also said, Men of Galilee, why do you stand gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus who was taken up from you into heaven will so come in like manner as you saw him go into heaven." The angels were talking to the disciples and telling them that, you guys, we are gazing at Christ ascending into heaven. This same Jesus whom you see going up shall surely come back in the same manner like he did. So the church today, yes, we preach the gospel of love. We preach the gospel of prosperity. We preach, we encourage each other, we motivate each other, maybe in areas to do with our daily lives. But I believe that we should encourage each other to persevere, to do more, to concentrate on the events that we are looking forward to, the events of the coming of the Messiah. Surely he is coming. But when you speak about the coming of Jesus, some people would say you are frightening us. Your message is actually, you are causing despondency amongst the believers. But the gospel of Jesus Christ is about his coming to take the church. The gospel of Jesus Christ is about him going to the Father to prepare the mansions for us, and come back and take us unto the Father, and present us to the Father as the bride. So in heaven they are waiting for the bride, and in heaven they are waiting in anticipation to see if the Messiah goes back on earth. Who is he going to bring into heaven? What sort of people? What kind of people? What's so special about them that Jesus long ago left his holy throne and decided to be amongst them, decided to be counted as one of them? What sort of people that when he left heaven, he did not have any scar on him, but when he came back, he was bruised. When he came back, he had scars. So heaven is waiting for you and for me. Heaven is waiting for those who are calling themselves believers, Christians today, because they are the ones who should be excited about the gospel of his second coming. My brother, my sister, whether we like it or not, whether we see it as a frightening or depressing gospel, Jesus is coming to take his church. Jesus is coming to take his people. If you look at Matthew chapter number 24, verse number 27, it says, "For as the lightning comes from the east and flashes to the west, so also will the coming of the Son of Man. It shall be quick." And Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter number 15, he says, "In the twinkling of an eye, it shall happen." In the twinkling of an eye. Let me read that as well. First Corinthians chapter 15, verse number 52. He says, "In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality." So when this mortal put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, "Death swallowed up in victory. O death, where is your sting? O Hades, where is your victory?" The saints will put on a new body. The saints will put on immortality, incorruptible body. And I'm sure every saint must be looking forward to that. It's gonna be a good event. Please carry on doing good. Carry on, press on, don't lose hope, don't get tired. Jesus is coming back again to take all the believers, to take all the saints, to present them unto the Father as a bride that is expected in heaven, as a bride that will be given, or that will be putting on white apparel. He is coming back again. He is coming back again. He is coming back again. Shalom to you, my brother and my sister.